right, people. Sorry about that. People, welcome, welcome. I had to restart my stream here. Hopefully, guys, 1, 2, 3. Mic check 1, 2. We're back, people. Let's go, Tony. Thank you, thank you. I don't know what happened there. That was kind of crazy. That was kind of crazy. So I had to just go ahead and go to the live. I had to restart it. All right, we're back. We're back. Sound is good. All right, sweet. Thanks, Tony. Apologies. YouTube, man. Wasn't me, people. It wasn't me. It's YouTube. All right. I blame YouTube. All right. So, yeah. So, let me. Guys, welcome. Take 2. It is take 2 kind of settings, people. I think YouTube is about to push the stuff. But what I was saying is, Tony, you're here. But I was saying is, if we lose out, oh, come on. What? In the what? Give me a second. Good. Okay, cool. All right. So long as we're good. That's what's up. All right, people. We are. It looks like we're back on. Yeah, it looks like we're back on. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. So what I was saying is, this whole Sesko situation, right? In an event where Manchester United decide to pull out from the deal, which I hope they don't. Brian, yeah, we can get you. Okay, cool. That's what's up, Brian. Good. So yeah, what I was saying is, people, Rashford to Barca. What do you think? I think it's a brilliant move for Rashford. We wish him all the best. May he continue to ball. I think he scored recently. May he continue doing his thing. You know what I mean? And that way, at the end of this loan, you know, they can go ahead and purchase the guy. That way he can stay there forever, right? But what I was saying is this whole Sesko situation, right? If Man United said enough is enough, we'll pull out from the deal. And there's a reason why they didn't want to go with the Ollie Watkins deal, all right? It looks like, you know, maybe obviously the deal did not really align with our future plans, right? So we know Chelsea, they're serious with the whole Garnacho situation. So Chelsea come in for Garnacho, they give us our money, all good, right? Does that mean now there's a Jackson gonna be coming on this side? I hope not, people. Can we end up with Jackson? AKS97, welcome. Sesko 70 million plus 20, 30 million out of Newcastle can smoke that in the park. There you go, man. Listen. Newcastle don't know that they're dealing with a big club. All right. When a player decides to join a big club like Manchester United, all right. I'm not saying Newcastle is a small club, no disrespect, but United is bigger, right? Most of the time, you know, some deal is going to be made because, again, Fabrizio did say there is that gentleman agreement of the special club situation where if Sesko agrees, United are, boom, we can make a deal. DM23, what up? I watched the Liverpool game today. Oh, I didn't. Did they win? I didn't watch the Liverpool game today. People, smash a like, hit the subscribe. I do apologize. I had to jump out of the other stream to get onto this one. YouTube is being YouTube sometimes. We lost connectivity, but we're back. Talking about Benjamin Sesko for 90 million. Newcastle beating with themselves. What is going on with that? Uh, and should United say enough is enough or stay in the fight? In my opinion, I say stay in the fight. Twisted Fate, looking at a preseason, we don't need number 9 as importantly as we feel. The midfield is far more important. Attack patterns are consistent and fast now, but midfield still overrun. 100% Twisted Fate. That is something we saw yesterday in that game. Our midfield is still a big, big problem, right? Midfield is still a big problem, right? Midfield is still a problem, but and United they know this is a problem, but they have prioritizing getting Sesko. Now, if they don't get Sesko, they still need a striker. Uh, Listen, AKS 97, it says Jackson. Jackson who? Samuel Jackson? I'll take Samuel Jackson any day. At least he would know what to put. I know, right? Listen, man. I really hope, because if we identify Sheshko as the number 1 priority, right, and then we back out of that deal, I think that will be. It will not be a good look for Man United. It will show that we're shambles. We don't know what we're doing, or we were defeated by Newcastle, right? So I think they're gonna stay in and fight for this guy, right? The only thing that will make us get out of the deal is if by tomorrow, because I think tomorrow or today, depending on when you're watching, on Tuesday, that's when we're supposed to get some idea from Sheshko where he's gonna go, because Newcastle put in like a 48 hours time frame. Say, hey, listen, we need a decision, right? Because Newcastle now is just pushing for him to make that move, right? Whereas the guy is kind of taking his sweet time. Man United is gonna fire this season. Let's go. I agree. Gakpo scored a brace. Okay, nice. Bayern didn't wait to start Luis Diaz. He must have been fit. Yeah, it looks so. And because I think Sheshko, he is training, but he didn't play that last game. He may be fit, right? So if he's fit, then he may be able to start. Liverpool is conceding goals. Okay, interesting. Twisted Fate. Now, it will show we ain't still been overpaying for 14 goals, Bundesliga striker. It will show that we are serious about not overpaying and doing business right. True. Yeah, because we did that with Branthwaite when Everton was going mad, asking for crazy amount. But again, yeah. But so it's kind of crazy though. So that means that list number 1 priority was that Delap. We couldn't get him, and then Gyökeres was second, I think, on that list. We couldn't get him, and then look, now it's he is, I don't know, a third choice, whatever, in Sheshko, and then if we fail to get him as well, we'll be like, I know some people will be like, yeah, that's a good move. We're not gonna be held to ransom. If people don't want to play ball, we get out, right? We're not gonna be caught with our pants pulled down and stuff like that. True, but I think if we continue with Sheshko, whatever amount we're gonna pay, we're still not gonna overpay. I don't know how they're gonna do those deals to not overpay, even though Newcastle, obviously, they're willing to pay whatever RB Leipzig want. I don't know how we're gonna continue to justify that deal, right? So it's gonna be crazy how it's gonna work out. But hopefully by tomorrow, on Tuesday, with Fabrizio said we may get a resolution to this Sheshko saga, and we'll take it from there, man. Let's see. But again, we do have a Hojlund to use as a bargaining chip. But again, Hojlund says he wants to stay, and that's another thing too. You cannot force a player to go. Now, he would only consider a move if we go to Hojlund and say, "Hey, buddy, listen, yeah, you gotta go," and then he will kind of weigh his options, right? So it's one of them. It's gonna be crazy. Golden Arrow. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Right. So let's see what else has been going on today. Well, today we saw that the players, I believe, they flew back to Manchester. I think most of the players were off today, right? We're gonna have they're gonna be coming back to a new Carrington, revamped, ready to go. Ruben Amorim was talking about that. He said, "Listen, it's always gonna be another good uh, it's a good feeling to go back to a new Carrington, right? All the bad memories from the old training facility they were using, that all is like in the past, right? Everything now they feel like it's everything is feeling fresher, it's feeling newer. They believe that they can push on culture wise and the football. So, I hope it works out. Bloody RB said Hojlund is their dream striker. Listen, I know one man's trash can be another man's gold, right? Yeah. uh, if he's a dream, what in the world is a nightmare? Twisted fate. Listen, again, RB, they see that Hoyland is a young striker. Again, he has room to grow. And they feel like, listen, it's just one of those, like, they feel maybe when he went to United, again, he was kind of set up, like there was no that structure on helping him to grow his game, right? So RB feel like, yo, we can take this kid and work with him and get his game to that next level. So that's why they feel he's their dream striker. Again, if you look at profile wise, they're both quick. I think Hoyland is not really a bad finisher like that. Maybe the way they play, it could work. So yeah, pay too much for Hoyland. Absolutely. Brian is saying I wouldn't trade Hoyland, but rather have him as a number two. That yo, Brian, that is my. I agree. Ideally for me, I would want to get Sesko, keep Hoyland as a number two, right? Because we may have injuries. Again, he can, well, probably learn a few things. I think Sheshko is a better finisher or whatever. So he can learn a few things. And then number three is going to be Xerxes because I don't see Xerxes leaving. Cheetah Obi, ideally we want to keep him, but I think him going on loan, it may help him as well, right? To get that consistent football. I don't think that would be a bad move to keep Hoyland, but if we need to use him as a bargaining chip, yeah, we may have to. If we need a controller like Vitinha or Barella or Baleba in our midfield, not Sheshko. Hey, listen, you're preaching to the choir, brother. It is true. We do. We need like a to me, of course, the whole Baleba is really good. I watched his comps the other day. Incredible player, man. But we need someone with the engine in the midfield, right? We saw what's the name? Ugart. He made a couple of mistakes. We did concede some goals. Of course, Bruno again in the midfield. Bruno should not be in the midfield like that because Bruno has mistakes in him as well. But uh, you know, but it looks like going forward, it's gonna be whatever that midfielder is plus Bruno. Right now, other people were saying, well, I know we're trying to bring in a midfielder. Why are we trying to bring in a midfielder where we have a kid in Kobe Mainu? Why aren't we using him? Right? Why is Ruben Amorim not saying, you know what? Instead of me going in for the midfield, I'm gonna find the space for Kobe Mainu to perform in that midfield because ideally they rate Mainu. So what is his role going forward? Right? Obviously Casemiro, yeah, you understand, but Kobe Mainu, what is his role gonna be? And of course, we're looking to give Kobe Mainu a new contract, right? Because if he's not going to work in our midfield, then we may say, of course, we don't want to do this, but we might as well say, all right, let's go ahead and sell him and buy that midfielder that we want. Because right now, we bring in another midfielder. uh, it's going to be one of those, like, what are you going to do with Kobe? We only play once a week. So it's tricky. The whole Kobe situation, I don't know how Ruben Amorim, what is his plan for Kobe Mainoo in that midfield? Right? Singh, what up? He needs to work on his first touch and decision making. Yeah, true. Cristiano Ronaldo is the best. I agree with you. Brian, Xerxes doesn't fit the number 9 role. Looks more in number 10 for me because of his link ups to play. Absolutely. Yeah, see, Xerxes, he's not a 9. He calls himself a 9.5, right? Yes. Xerxes, I think Xerxes, Cunha, Mbumo, those three, I think with the IQ, ball control, and all this, I think they will be able to work well together whenever they get to deployed, the three of them, right? So, and I think Ruben Amorim, the entire coaching staff, they rate Xerxes. He's also his link-up play as well. Dropping in the midfield to get the ball from the midfield. Linking it up with Cunha, Mbumo, or doing a madness. So yeah, Xerxes has definitely a higher ceiling of doing something in this team, whereas Rasmus, he has quite a lot to do. Right? I agree with you. He needs to work on his first touch, right, and stop wrestling. But I think the last couple of games he played, we didn't see a lot of wrestling matches, right? I think he played all right. He played all right. He scored a goal, right? But when he came in yesterday in that game, yeah, he didn't look as efficient, but I think he is looking a little bit better. A little bit better. There's a little bit of improvement, in my opinion. Yeah, please don't spam, man. Tony's gonna get you. All right, yeah. Twisted Brian, that's what Mandem strikers do. Hojlund tries to be an old school striker with bad touch. I know, right? AKS, would Xerxes and Bumo be fighting for the same place? Heck, slap an afro on Bumo and a beard on Xerxes, and they'll look like twins. AKS, that's funny, man. Nah, man. Yeah, you would think, but I think once Mbumo is fit, Cunha is fit, yeah, those two will always be starting, right? Now, I don't know if Ruben is going to line up with Mbumo as a right wing back because he has played as a right wing back. Because again, you have Ahmad, you have Bruno as another 10, so he's going to have to do quite a bit of finagling there. Brian said, Twisted, I'm aware, but he is not the soldier we need up front. That's why we are on the market. There you go. That's a good point. So do you think, Brian, is Sesko a soldier? I think Sesko is a fighter. I think Sesko could probably be a little bit of an upgrade from Hojlund. Now, of course, again, not proven, so we are risking it, 100%. We are risking it, but it's one of those. What can you do? Twisted is saying, and anyone that thinks Sesko and Hojlund are the soldier, I don't know, or what to tell you. People need to realize Mbumo and Cunha should first type of 10s. Xerxes facilitating for them is really good. Yeah. I really liked yesterday seeing Mbumo, man, tracking back, collecting the ball, and that link-up play, man. Yo, some of that link-up play was really good yesterday. It was really good. Imagine him and Cunha and Bruno. They haven't really played together that long, but they're already the ball IQ is helping. It's helping them being able to move the ball quickly. All right. Hamad, hello, all the way from Egypt. Welcome. Right. So, yeah, it's definitely interesting, man. It's interesting to see how all these pieces are going to work But again, it's very true that the midfield is a big problem for us. If it's not dealt with, we are going to get punished because some of those mistakes that we were doing yesterday, big clubs, they will kill us in that midfield. They'll kill us. Mr. Blurry Man said, hello. Which Manchester United season was your favorite? Oh, uh, I don't know, 2008 maybe. I think. Yeah. Twisted Fate. Sesko isn't an upgrade. He's never had above 14 goals in the league where good strikers score for fun. That's true. But I think Sesko has some Champions League experience, and he has played for a couple of teams where Hojlund only played for Atalanta, I think. So Sesko comes in with a little bit more experience than Hojlund. So it's really not something you're gonna say, oh my God, man, he's definitely like, yeah, he is the, he is a huge upgrade. Now, Ollie Watkins would be that, you say, you know what? Ollie Watkins is legit gonna come in, and you'll see he's definitely a huge upgrade to Hojlund, right? You can see it clearly, right? So, yeah, but again, his age, it looks like it's a little bit of an issue. Hamad said Manchester is red. Go, that's what's up. Yusuf Hamad, welcome, man. You have already declared your team. Smash a like, hit the subscribe button. Welcome to the family. If you're new people, this is Man United Central, and I'm your boy Luther, and I appreciate you being here. Welcome. You're saying Hamad is saying I'm a Barcelona fan. That's what's up. Welcome, Brian. I will shift my focus to midfield and goalkeeper. We're conceding at high rate. Those crazy. Oh, yeah, that comical. Yeah, that second goal yesterday, comical mistakes, right? 100% we need another goalkeeper. Are we gonna get one? Who knows? Those links for Donnarumma, I don't know why I don't believe those links, man. Right? As far as the goalkeeper Donnarumma to Manchester United, I know they keep on linking us with him, and but I think he's angling for a new deal, and I have a feeling that we're being used, right? If we're gonna get a goalkeeper, he's not gonna, even Emi Martinez, we're not gonna get him. It's gonna be that kid Lamens, right? Because he's under 20 million, right? Imagine under 20 million or under. You break it down in four. Is a bargain. Again, he's not going to be a starter. He's going to come in to work under Onana. Right? Red Devils, what up? Totally Twisted Fate. Just buy a midfield and get Mateta next season. That's the easy answer. Yeah, but I think if you do that, Twisted Fate, I think right now Ruben Amorim, they've identified that they need goals, right? True. They brought in Bumo, they brought in Cunha. Those are goals. They have brought in some goals, right? But I think they've all identified, like, listen, we have to get that striker. Yes, you can say, you know what? Fine, let's push it to next summer, but it's risky because then Ruben Amorim can say, okay, yes, we brought in some goals, but where's my striker, right? Ruben Amorim had told these people, like, listen, Hojlund is not the guy. I need a striker. So it's up to Ineos to deliver that striker. Now, yes, we can say you can throw up Cunha up top as a 9, or Mbumo as a 9, because they have done that before, and then continue with Hojlund, hoping that it will get better, but it could be the same situation again, right? But yeah. It's just the whole thing is kind of mad. Yeah, Bayern Deer gotta go, man. Bayern Deer has to go. Onana gotta go, right? But we're not gonna get rid of two goalkeepers, right? Bayern Deer, he has his eyes set on the World Cup. He needs to focus on that. Get the move, go and play regular football. That way, Turkey, they come for you, right? Onana, again, he said he's happy here. Now, Onana will only leave if United say, "Oh, you're not part of our plans. Get to stepping." But United, they haven't done that. Same thing with Rasmus. Man United have not told Rasmus, you need to go. Right? Fabrizio was saying if United does that, then the player can make some moves. But probably will never let. Yeah, that's another thing too. Donnarumma leaving PSG, it's kind of crazy because you are one of the best goalkeepers in the world, right? You want to stay playing Champions League football. Um, you know, you leave PSG to come and play for United. Yeah, big club. Reports are saying he's open for that, but still, like you're leaving Champions League football, and that's another thing too. His salary at PSG, I'm sure it's going to be quite high up there. So how are we going to do that? Hamad, that's what's up, man. Appreciate you too. Onana is in the good, yep, and Naylor is being there. So that Red Devils. Hey, sorry I missed most of yesterday's live, but what did you think of yesterday's game? Red Devils, what up, man? Man, yesterday's game was chaotic. We were really tested by Everton, which I liked it. It again showed how vulnerable our midfield is. We made mistakes, right? But of course, Cunha and Bumo, they showed us a glimpse of how they could work in the system, right? Of course, defensive wise, I liked what I saw from, again, Lenny Yoro looks solid. Lenny Yoro looks solid. I heard today some people are suggesting, we're looking for a 6, right? Why don't we plug in Lenny Yoro up there? He has the legs. Definitely has the ball control. Put in Lenny Yoro up in that midfield and see what happens. So yeah, of course. What else? Bruno again. Bruno lost a lot of balls yesterday, but again, typical Bruno. He's always gonna keep on trying to create, and Bruno does what Bruno does. He was able to find your boy number 7, Manny Mace. Beautiful goal, man. That was amazing goal for Manny Mace. Yeah. What else? Yeah, again, it was kind of messy. We didn't look at some points. We were interchanging, moving the ball quickly, trying to string passes together very well. But the rest of the game, we didn't look that great. We definitely have more work to do in training. You guys, let me know what you thought about the game yesterday, man. That's a good question. I can see something in Amorim's project. So can I. I hope he can make something. You are a masterclass, a legendary team. Yeah, I hope so, man. He wants to stay there for 20 years, guys. Ruben Amorim wants to stay at Manchester United for 20 years. He does not like shifting teams. All right? He wants to stay at one club and do the project correctly. Twisted is saying that the way Amorim wants to play is go from back to front, breaking the lines, and then snapping the ball quickly back to the midfield to then break the line to a striker 10, leaving 4v3, taking out. Yeah, that's it. So you need strikers who knows how to run those channels, opposition midfield. Yeah, Twisted Fate is saying that that midfielder is just as important as the striker. In my point, that's true. Amorim's system is completely built on breaking the lines, something Ugarte and other midfielders can't. But that's another thing, though. Ugarte is a destroyer, right? Ugarte is a destroyer. He's good at that. But again, I understand what you're saying. Breaking those lines is a problem. Can't Mainu do that? I think Mainu can do that, right? Mainu can do that. But the problem is now you need a player who can win the ball and also break the lines, right? Because the other one next to that midfielder is going to be Bruno going forward. So yeah, we definitely need a midfielder ASAP, man. Nemanja, what up? We got to sign that young goalie from Club Rouge. We are linked with Club Bruges. Is that Le Mans? I forget what team is that. I think that's Le Mans. Right. And again, guys, in case you were living in Iraq, you didn't see this, Newcastle made an improved bid for RB Leipzig. For Sesko, the bid was 80 million, right? 80 million plus 10 in add-ons. That 80 million is guaranteed. That is equal to 70 million sterling pounds. So, yeah, that's where we at. But ideally, by tomorrow or Tuesday, depending where you're watching, we could get something. We can get some kind of resolution on this. Whereas your boy Sesko may declare that he wants United, and then we move on. Hamad, I believe that every player and every man in the United must feel how great Manchester United, bro. We are talking about a great legacy that must come back in day. I hope so. Yeah, that's it. That is true, right? That's why United, the way they're signing these players now, they want players who want to fight, right? They want to fight to bring that legacy back, right? They want to fight to get this team where it's supposed to be, right? Right now, already in that dressing room, the culture that's being built is trying to get that winning culture back and fighting for each other in players, right? They want to fight for each other, and then we'll be all right. So welcome. I'm in DC, man. Shy, what up? In DC, to the fate. Famous words of Cunha: playing for United isn't pressure, it's a privilege. Amen to that, right? Yes, it's a privilege. Absolutely, right? And whenever you step on that field, man, you should feel like, yo, look at me. From where I came from, and now I'm here representing this badge at this theater of dreams. Come on, let's go. So yeah, man, and that's what they want, and hopefully we shall see what happens. Honestly, with me, if we decide to say, all right, Sesko is too much, we go for Watkins, I'll be cool with it. But so long as it's not Jackson. I'm glad that the two strikers we were looking at before we decided to go for Sesko, it was Watkins and Sesko. So I hope his fallback is Watkins. But the problem is, again, we're going to go back to the same issue, his age. Where is he going to be in 3 years from now? We're going to have to look for another striker after a couple of, after those 3 or 4 years, because again, he's going to be, his age will be an issue. Again, with the Watkins, bring him in. If you bring Watkins in, he's going to demand a decent salary, maybe 250 or maybe 250 or more, I'm thinking, because again, we got to remember Watkins he's going to be 30, I think, next month or this month. Being 30, this will be probably his last big contract, right? So he's going to want some good money, right? And also, we are not going to have that sell-on value for him because he's going to be up there in the age. So Jim Ratcliffe, he did not like the way we handled the whole Casemiro. We signed Casemiro at he basically was an old player, and we gave him a huge contract. Now we're stuck with him, right? So I don't think Ineos, they want to repeat that pattern again by signing these old guys. Now, of course, Watkins is not old. Most of these players now, they can play on, right? He can continue playing for another 5-6 years, but it's risky, right? People, smash a like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, people. Nemanja said, yesterday game was a lesson. Good moments in attack and all around a good game to learn from. Yeah, once Ahmad, Mbumo, Fernandes, Cunha, and Dogu start to flow together, there will be lots of goals. Yeah, I agree. That's a good point. Brar, holy Epperton. Okay. Nemanja is saying that, yes, that's that goalie I'm talking about, and did see Sesko Newcastle bid. I still believe we will get him at our club. Me too, man. I still believe we're gonna get this guy. Right, Hamad. It's 5:50 a.m. here in Egypt, and I have to leave now. Hamad, take care, man. Have an amazing day. But it's an honor to such a great conversation. That's what. Listen, Hamad, come back. All right. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and come back. We can do it. We do this every day. All right. Let's go, Hamad. Thank you so much for the subscribing. JP, bro, I could have sworn you ended the live earlier. JP, I did, man. YouTube was like for some reason it froze the stream, so I had to end it and restart it. You know what I mean? But we're back at it, man. We're back at it. Yeah, let's see what else is going on in the news. Anything else interesting happening? Of course, I'm gonna come back, brother. That's what's up. Have an amazing day, man. Have an amazing day. Yeah. So let's see what else is happening. I think we did half now. I think now almost we're gonna. Yeah, it's been an hour now. Bruno Fernandes, in case you missed it, he criticized his players that were lazy. They were lazy yesterday, which is interesting. He's calling out his fellow players, all right? But he's also asking for 2-3 more players. Bruno Fernandes was saying like it was adding new faces into our team is much needed because then it creates that competition within the team. Yeah, so it was interesting that he said that it has been important for developing how we want to play and getting the new players involved. So, but of course, he says that we didn't want to finish in this way. Obviously, he wanted us to win. Our performance wasn't the best. We were a little bit lazy. We want to avoid that because with laziness, you can pay at the moment, right? Which is true. If we're talking about laziness, yeah, you'll be punished in the league, right? Most of these teams will punish you. To the fate. Interesting news is Jokerez slander names Flo Perez, Jokerez. Yo, I know, man. That's mad. That is mad. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. The way all these names that come out, right? But yeah, man. Listen, people, let's end it here, man. Let's end it here. Let's pick it up tomorrow, same time, same place. I know it's like half and a half. It's 1 hour, so we're gonna drop here. I will catch you all same time, same place tomorrow. People, smash the like, hit the subscribe. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we're gonna see. He may say, "I want United," and we go to work. All right. Thank you so much, people. Take care of yourself. Stay blessed. Have a wonderful rest of your day, morning, evening. Take care. Thank you so much, guys. Peace.